first weekday lifestyle show. I'm Millicent Olivares. We're so happy to have you with us on our inaugural show. And as fitting as it seems, on our first day, it's also the first practice for the UTRGV football team. The Valley has been talking about it for a while, and it's finally here, football in the Valley. Take 5 Brandon Rubalcaba is kicking off the show with head football coach Travis Bush. Brandon.
Millie, I'm at the UTRGV coaches' offices, where right behind we have the Richard R. Flores Stadium, where we'll be having our first open practice with the UTRGV Vaqueros. With me here I have Coach Travis Bush. Now, Coach Bush, tell me a little bit about what you're feeling about tonight's open practice.
Oh, we're excited just seeing the number of tickets being being reserved for tonight, and the number of fans are going to be out there. I mean, we're fired up. We've had a few practices by ourselves right now to kind of get ready, but we'll have pads on today, so it'll be a little more interesting for those guys. But hey, a chance to get out there and get on the field in front of people and kind of enjoy the day.
Awesome, Coach. And tell me, what are you hoping the community gets to see at tonight's open practice?
They get a chance to see, just a little bit about the young men that we've had. That they've been in here for a few weeks now working, and kind of a glimpse to see what we're doing offensively and defensively. But really, it's just to see those UTRGV decals on actual helmets on a football field, guys running around and hitting each other. So it'll be a fun day. Glad the weather's going to hold off, and can't wait to see all the people out there.
Awesome, Coach. I know we're all really excited back at home, and also, you have over 20 years of experience coaching, rebuilding programs. How does it feel to kickstart your own program?
This one's been unique. We've been in here a while now, and putting the staff together. That was the first piece. Got a phenomenal coaching staff with a lot of experience, and then to get to handpick these young men, and they've been in here, and really a good group of guys. And the focus this year really is building that foundation. Setting the culture, the foundation for what we want UTRGV football to be about, and we've got that time to develop. 95% of these guys are true freshmen, straight out of high school. So utilizing this time without playing games to get them started right in the classroom, and then really develop their fundamentals through this season without having to worry about games or playing scout team and things like that. So every day that's our goal, is to win every day and get 1% better every day, and you start stacking those days up, and seeing how good we can be in November when this practice season's over.
Awesome, Coach. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. Now, if you're wanting to come to the practice tonight, you can go to utrgvtickets.com and reserve your open tickets for tonight. Now, the UTRGV Vaqueros are we are kicking off the season next 2025 fall, so be ready, you guys. I'm Brandon from Take 5. Back to you.
And as we all know from football here in the Valley, every good football team needs a mascot and a fight song.
And the Vaqueros!
This is video back in 2019 after the much-anticipated Vaquero mascot made his debut at the University in Edinburgh. The mascot was chosen after a competition that was open to all Valley residents. March forward more than 5 years later, and the UTRGV Vaquero band now has their fight song. UTRGV band members and the members of the UTRGV Color Guard have been working overtime to debut the fight song at the first home game of the 25-26 football season. Our Elijah Noriega is joining us a little later in the show with more, including the fight song in its entirety. Now, did you know that nearly a dozen former Valley High School football players are on the current practice squad for the UTRGV Vaqueros? And 2 of them know each other very well. They're identical twin brothers. The former PSJA North Raiders will be practicing in just a couple of hours. Take 5's photojournalist Rick Velasquez was there as the 2 put on their pads. Their story coming up as we continue with our UTRGV Vaqueros first day of practice. Now, you may know our first studio guest for her hit songs like Duele or No Eres Para Mí, but before all the fame, she was a little girl from Mercedes. Latin Grammy Award winner Miss Elida Reyna is joining me in studio. Elida, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Millicent. It's a pleasure.
Yes, we're so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Here on Take 5, we're very focused on highlighting all the great things of the RGV, you included.
Thank you.
So please tell us, how did you get started on this incredible career?
Well, I started in Mercedes in a small town, and lucky for me, I got the opportunity to perform. This has been my dream since I was 9. I was on the Johnny Canales show at 9. And then, I mean, soon after, it's just like I knew that that's what I was destined to do.
And I think both of us are from Mercedes.
Yes.
It's such a special small town.
And let me just say, I'm so proud of you, because I've known Millicent since she was a little girl, and just like being a singer, being at the Tejano Singer was a dream for me, I know that this has always been a dream for you, so I'm so proud of you. We're all so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, but no. Let's talk about you. I mean, Latin Grammy Awards. What has that been like coming from such a small town in the Valley? What does that feel like?
Well, I was a little girl with a big dream, and who would have thought that some years later, or several years later, I would be winning 2 Grammy Awards, 39 Tejano Music Awards. Of course, that's not why I did all of this, or I do, because of the love of the music, and because I've been so passionate for Tejano music, especially because that's what I grew up on.
Do you feel that growing up in the Valley has played a part in your career at Tejano music?
Definitely, especially being from a border town and coming from humble beginnings. You know, like my parents, I come from a very happy home, but very humble home, and Tejano music was always being played in my household, and that's where I grew to love, you know, not only Tejano, but my grandparents as well. They used to always watch novelas, and you know, Pedro Infante and Jorge Negrete. So I was very heavily influenced by that as well.
Right. Well, I'm sure we probably have a little boy or a little girl watching out there, growing up in a small Valley town, just like Mercedes.
Just like me.
What would you want to say to them that have a dream of becoming a singer?
That anything is possible. It's just, it's all about passion, about working hard, really about working hard. And anybody can, you know, you can make your dreams come true. It doesn't matter where you come from. You just got to dream big.
Right. Well, Elida, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we can check out Elida's music, and you can visit her on her Facebook and all of her Instagram socials. Make sure that you check out. And up next, did you know that there's a place here in the Valley where you can practice aerial arts? We're heading to McAllen with Take 5's Idani Cantu after the break.
You know, the rising cost of living, inflation, these are daily struggles for a lot of folks. That's why we've got to stay focused on creating high-paying local jobs in the Valley and the Coastal Bend, giving small businesses access to more capital and boosting wages by investing in training for a more skilled workforce. That's the job. Asking yourself, what can we do in any given situation to make it better? Then rolling up your sleeves and going to work for the people you represent.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet starting at $24.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, and get free advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-498-0814 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet starting at $24.99 a month and get free advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-844-498-0814 or scan to call.
Call now.
I'm Colin Allred, and I approve this message.
Ted Cruz is always up to something, like taking Social Security we've paid into for decades.
We should gradually increase the retirement age.
Increase the retirement age, Ted?
We ought to gradually increase the retirement age.
Yep, he said it again. And it gets worse. Cruz said he'd privatize Medicare. And get this, voted to raise the cost of prescriptions. With Ted Cruz, we work longer, pay more, and get less. Listen, Ted, running to Cancun was bad, but you hurt us more when you're here.
A place where you can spin and float in the air. I'm not talking about a jump park. There's actually an aerial place out in McAllen. Take 5's Idani Cantu was there, and she tested out her aerial skills. Take a look.
Hello, Take Fivers, and good afternoon. Today we're switching the scenery a little bit with a different type of workout. We're here at RGV Aerials with owner
Carla Santana.
So Carla, can you tell us a little bit more about what RGV Aerial is?
Yes, RGV Aerials is an aerial arts studio here in McAllen. Our goal here is to teach aerial arts to different groups of people. We have classes for kids, we have classes for adults, we have classes for all body types, and the idea is to make aerial arts accessible to everybody.
So what do you offer here at RGV Aerial?
So we focus on 4 specific apparatuses. We have hoops or liras, we have silks, hammock, and trapeze. So what we start everybody with is a class we call Circus 101, and in that class we teach you about all the apparatuses, but we teach you the very, very basics and what is the correct form so that you don't injure yourself. And then once you have graduated from Circus 101, you can start taking more advanced classes.
So what is your favorite part about being an instructor here and the owner?
My favorite part of being an instructor of RGV Aerial and the owner of the studio is that I get to watch people find a new passion for something that they didn't know before and see them grow and be able to see the success of being able to accomplish a certain move or work out in a way that they never thought possible.
So let me address the elephant in the room. These hoops back here, what are they technically called?
We call them, in aerial arts, we call them liras.
Okay, liras. So can we put these liras to the test and spin them out?
Of course.
All right, let's get into it.
So you're gonna grab the lira with about shoulder width apart with your palms facing forward. Always very important to wrap those thumbs. We're gonna engage those shoulders down. Yes, and we're just gonna hold it there. Next thing we're gonna do is what are called froggy jumps. Yeah, last one. You got it. Awesome. But an inversion basically looks like this. Ooh. Touch the lira. Yes. Booty up, booty up. Yeah! So scary. We just did. Pretty sit, grab, down, here, thigh sit. We're gonna learn how to do birdie. We grab up, we're gonna put your knees together and drop the booty. One leg goes to the back and we pull up to thigh sit. And then from there, you're gonna lean forward. Try to straighten this leg and there you are, birdie. Another trick. Cute. Fun, but very.
So guys, this was what it was like to take one type of RGV aerial class. It was so fun. Thank you so much, Carla, for teaching me these new tricks. Now I have some bragging rights. I'm able to say I took a class. If you all want to take a class like this, prepare for your calluses to hurt a little bit, but you know what? It was a lot of fun. I feel like it really tested my strength. And I had an amazing time. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. So happy to have you here.
Yes, all right. Well, bye.
Twin brothers are on the practice roster of the new UTRGV Vaqueros football team. We'll meet up with them in less than 3 minutes. Plus, the do's and don'ts at the dinner table. What you need to know if you ever find yourself in the middle of a business luncheon when we return.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on select 2024 Sierra 1500 Denali models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $2,500 purchase allowance. We are professional grade. GMC.
This week, the high stakes face-to-face. Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Donald Trump. Voters get to judge the critical debate for themselves right here on ABC. World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Dear Texas, we know how much you love brisket. So we gave you brisket queso, loaded waffle fries, and brisket jalapeno poppers. Brisket lovers, we got you. To Texas with love from H-E-B.
If you needed heart surgery, would you choose the surgeon who can't even carve a turkey? Of course not. Or were you to select the next astronaut, would you pick the dude scared of heights? Of course not. Okay, how about the chief financial officer for a bunch of Texas small businesses? Would you pick someone with a long history of not paying taxes? Of course not. So if that same CFO with a lifetime of local, state, and federal tax liens were running for state senate, would you trust him? Of course not. But Adam Hinojosa wants to oversee spending our tax dollars. Hinojosa is hopelessly incompetent with a record to prove it. You pay your taxes. Hinojosa refuses to pay his. Should Adam Hinojosa oversee our tax dollars? Of course not.
Welcome back. The UTRGV football players will put on the pads for their first full day of practice later today. On the roster are two twin brothers from FAR. Photojournalist Rick Velasquez introduces us to Dante and Daniel Garcia.
And you're sticky. Here we go. Chest up. Go 3, 1, 2, 3.
My name is Danny Garcia. I play defensive tackle. Dante Garcia. I play left guard for the O-line. For me and my brother to be playing on the same team down here at UTRGV, it's an accomplishment, but like it's a big deal for us too, and definitely our family. An accomplishment that I didn't think I would get like a couple years back, but now that I'm living it, I just have to accept it and keep moving on.
Very competitive, him and his brother, so really excited to have those guys doing a great job so far, getting better every day and doing the right things. They've been great young men that we thought they were in the recruiting process.
So, 20.8, what was your other one? That's
just like a lot of our guys, they bring good high work ethic, like I said, like everything we talked about, character, toughness, and just some pride.
Our bond definitely gets stronger as the days go on because we see each other every single day. We drive to school together.
I think they take the same class schedule, they're kind of on the same routine.
For some reason, we have class together every single day. Like we have the same classes. I'm with him 24/7, in class, off class. We're always together. It's just us two all day.
There's so many similarities.
It feels good. It's still a long way. We still gotta wait till like next year, but like we get closer and closer every day. We get closer and closer every day as the days go by. So. We're pretty much the same. We just see things differently. We're not the same. We look the same, but like inside, we're not the same. But we can relate to a lot of things together. So. The support we get from the Valley, it's amazing down here. It'll open eyes to many people that are just getting into the sport or that are still in high school and like decide to go play at the next level. Like the opportunities that are there. I love the Valley. I love the 956. I'm proud to represent the Valley on the team.
All right, Daddy, here we go. Show, baby.
Them being on this thing is important for us and important for them. And, it's really fun to see them come out here every day and get after it, see where this thing goes for the future.
I'm enjoying working with him and trying to get him to be the best he can and represent for the Valley boys.
Our bond is there, our brotherhood is there. I love the guy, so he's my best friend, pretty much. I do have a lot of friends on the team, but he's the one that really, really, really knows me, so, just love him.
You can catch Daniel and Dante tonight at UTRGV's football practice starting at 7. And if you're wondering what to wear as you support, meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez joins us on Take 5 with your fashion forecast. Cecilia.
What's up, Take Fivers? Thanks for joining us on this first day of what I'm sure will be many days of our weekday Take 5 show. Let's go ahead and talk about the fashion forecast. Now, as far as what we need for today, man, I would grab the umbrella, I would grab the rain boots, and I would grab the rain jackets. Now, if it's not raining on you, it's still going to be on the warm side of things. So I would maybe grab the short sleeve shirts, maybe a hat or two. Won't be the best hair day, not just today, but throughout the week. We are talking rain on and off throughout the 7-day forecast period. And that's your Take 5 fashion forecast.
Up next on Take 5, learning how to prepare some healthy meals for you and your kids. The dietitian is in the studio to tell us about easy meals.
Is this your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. Yesterday, I was at the Nissan end of summer sales event taking a test drive, and Laura says,
"You'll love this."
And off we went. We're having a blast. Then she told me it was named Cars.com's best value for 2024.
These Sentras are going fast.
I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Get a low $269 per month lease on Sentra. One of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
I just want to make good food for good people, but Washington Democrats are killing us.
Everything is more expensive. Eggs, beef, and even cilantro.
It costs me twice as much just to get to work.
And no one's doing anything about it.
It's outrageous.
We need leaders like Mayra Flores who will fight for us.
Places like this are the heart of our community, but DC politicians are crushing small businesses. I will fight for the Valley and bring down prices. Thank you. I'm Mayra Flores, and I approve this message.
This is good? Huh? My name is Omar Ochoa from the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and today we're answering questions from real clients and real people with real insurance problems. What's an example of a case that you're proud of? Recently, we had a family of 4 that suffered a fire in their home. The house was in such bad shape they couldn't even live there anymore. We worked with the insurance company to get the claim covered. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm so that we can help you get the money you need for repairs.
Of course, the GMC Terrain offers different drive modes. What about Weekend Warrior mode? Or you don't see that everyday mode? How about Out of the Office mode? Or even
Are you out of your mind?
Mode. Want a mode for everything? Sign and Drive is here. Get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2024 Terrain SLE for around $358 per month with 0 due at signing. Plus, current eligible GMC lessees get over $1,700 additional lease cash.
Welcome back. I'm Heather Arevalo Flores. We know you're getting home and your kids are hungry. You had a long day and you need something fast. Well, you're in luck. Joining us today is registered licensed dietitian Peggy Ramon Rosales. Peggy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Peggy, before we talk about all this great food that you brought us to show us, tell us a little about you. I know you're a Valley girl like me.
I'm from Mission. My private practice is in McAllen. We're at 8025 North 10th Street. We're a little bit north of Trenton, and we consult patients, helping them find freedom to diets. So we focus on good healthy options for them, specializing in diabetes and weight loss.
I love that. But today we're focusing on kids. We've got a lot of moms watching, myself included, that we sometimes need some options for kids to keep them healthy, but also full.
Yes, of course.
So tell us what you brought.
Okay, so we have, honestly, the first approach we should aim for kiddos should be some good fruit. So the recommended amount of fruits and vegetables should be about 5. So we should aim for 5 fruits and vegetables a day. So if we could have a nice display of fruits always on hand, but the combination is really important. So we want to make sure to always have some good protein, some good healthy fat along with the snack. So let's say we grab an apple, we have some good nut butter, some peanut butter.
Yes.
Or we do some good berries and we have like a little string cheese. Great little option, quick idea. Or we have a whole grain like popcorn. Or we have a nice good sugar snap pea, a little alternative to a chip, which is a big go-to for some kiddos. Also, we love
These are
the
my favorite.
option, some good fruit in an actual roll-up. We have a little fruit bar. We have a little roll-up that they have no added sugars, which is the idea. Not to pump them with more sugar, that way they can prevent any crashes from happening. So we want to make sure we have value in these snack options, that they have some good protein, that they have some good healthy fats and fiber.
And you know, some parents watching right now might be saying, well, I already give them the other stuff. Introduce it anyways, right?
Exactly.
Add it into their snack bags.
Exactly, because they never know until they try. And so that's going to be the focus.
Yeah, so and what I love about this stuff too is that you can put it in their lunch boxes.
Easy options.
Makes
definitely.
it easy for us moms,
Exactly,
right? All right,
exactly.
so we made a shake a little bit earlier. I have it here. I'm gonna taste it.
Yes.
While I taste it, tell us what's in it.
Okay, so it's really simple. We want to make sure to have a base. So we have some almond milk in this option, unsweetened, or you can do it like a 1% milk is great to do as well. We have a good protein, which is the Greek yogurt, the plain. To flavor this guy, we can add a little bit of agave or honey, just a little drizzle, and then of course some fruit. We chose these fruit and vegetable blends, really easy to grab, and half the bag is a serving. And we added a nut butter. We added a little bit of peanut butter to give it more flavor.
And you know what's great about this too is that if you have multiple kids, you just make one big blender of milkshake. Should we call it milkshake?
Yeah, exactly, milkshake, especially to them.
Yeah, to them. And then there you go.
It's easy.
Right before dinner, and they let you cook dinner.
Yeah, their tummies are calm, but they have good energy, which is the focus. To be able to do sports, to be able to do their homework, right? We don't want them to crash and be sleepy and then not being able to have energy.
Yeah, give them some good, healthy snacks. All right, Peggy, so this is your passion. You want to help people.
Yes.
If someone watching right now wants your help, where can they find you?
Yes, just a little north of Trenton on 10th Street, right across the street from Best Buy. We're in the North Park Village Plaza.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. We got all this great advice. If you want some more advice, you can contact Peggy at PR Nutrition Consulting and Meal Preps at 956-424-2274.
From healthy meals to the do's and don'ts at the dinner table, what you should do if you ever find yourself at a dinner party when we return. Plus, you've seen Dina Herrera-Garza behind the Channel 5 news desk for years, but who is she really? Dina joins us for the debut of our Take 5 Back segment just ahead.
My story started here, on a farm where my abuelo worked to provide for our family. But for me, it was pressing shirts, putting myself through college. Hard work made my American dream a reality. My own small business, loving children, and being your voice in Congress. I'm Monica de la Cruz, and I approve this message because I'll keep fighting for your chance at the American dream.
Traigo 100 kilos de ropa, lo que se me antoja, dinero en el banco. Muchos me andan criticando, pues traigo carrazos, ¿cómo le hago? Tengo aseguro del bueno, pronto y flexible y sale barato. Es mi corrido humilde, que no se te olvide que me ando ahorrando.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet starting at $24.99 a month. Call 1-844-498-1156.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
In South Texas, you keep your word.
That's why I can't vote for Monica de la Cruz.
She broke her promises to us.
Put our Social Security and Medicare at risk.
That's our money.
We worked for that.
Monica even said no to lowering healthcare and drug prices.
I'm supporting Michelle Vallejo.
She's a small business owner
who will work with Republicans and Democrats
to bring down the cost for working families
and secure the border.
I'm Michelle Vallejo, and I approve this message.
We're minding our manners, and here to tell us a bit of the do's and don'ts at the table is Dr. Barbara Baggerly-Hinojosa. Dr. Baggerly-Hinojosa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So we have such a beautiful setup here. I love the pink. Very cute. But we're going to learn some really important lessons. So what is the first one that we're going to be learning today?
So the first lesson we're going to talk about today is which fork to use, because I find that when people go to events, and sometimes the table place settings are very close together because we're trying to put like 10 people at an 8 people round table.
Right.
Sometimes we're not so sure, is that my fork? Is this my fork? And it's oftentimes that I see that we get the wrong fork, and that messes up the whole entire table.
Absolutely.
And you'll get to the end and somebody's like, I don't have a fork, right? So for us to always remember, first of all, when you come to an event and you see a place setting like this, as soon as you sit down, it's okay to go ahead and get your napkin, remove the napkin ring, and you're just going to place this napkin on your lap. And the way we want to do that is we want to lay it flat on our lap, excuse me, with a little fold on the top.
A little fold.
Got it. Because that allows us to protect our clothing from any food that goes down. We're going to use this top flap to wipe our mouths the whole time that we're eating. But this napkin stays on our lap until we're done.
And I have to ask you, because obviously we've got a beautiful setup here, but sometimes there's a napkin ring. Where is the appropriate place to place that?
That's a very good question. And the appropriate place is always to put the upper left if there's no bread plate. Now, sometimes bread plates are there, but I find here in the Rio Grande Valley, a lot of times we don't do bread plates. We put the bread on our plate, and I love that too. So this is a good spot for it to rest.
So we're in the clear right now.
We're in the clear.
Perfect.
So we have our napkin on our lap. We are about to eat. Let's just pretend we have food on our plate. Let's pretend we have salad. So as we look at the silverware, we always start out and work in. And we can put our napkins here since we aren't sitting down. So the first course generally is a salad. So the very far left, your forks are always on your left. The very far left is the smaller salad fork. And so this is the fork that you're going to use as you eat your salad. When you're done, a lot of people ask, what do I do when I'm done? Like, do I keep my fork? Do I give it to the waitstaff? If there's another fork, which is your dinner fork here, it's okay to leave it in your plate when you're finished, because when they remove the salad plate, they'll remove the fork. You won't need it anymore.
Got it.
And the resting place for that is upside down with the tines down. About 5 o'clock, if you think about your plate as a clock, somewhere around 5 o'clock. That tells the wait staff you're done, and they will come and they will remove your plate and they will bring your dinner.
Got it. So the salad fork is always a little smaller.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
And always on the outside. We work our way from the out to in. So they remove that. Let's say they remove that and it's gone. So now we have our dinner fork. And so that's what we're going to use when dinner is served. And we have our fork and we have our knife. Knife and spoon is always to the right. So forks to the left, knife and spoon to the right. And this is what we're going to use to eat. Got it.
And the appropriate way to cut is...
So you're always going to put the tines down and the finger like this, and you're just going to cut. The great thing about the etiquette about cutting and eating your food is you only cut one piece, eat it. Cut one piece, eat it. So we don't want to cut a whole bunch of pieces and have it all over our table. We want to cut one piece and eat it.
Perfect. So just an overall, you want to work from the outside in.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. And one of the reasons why we think this is so important to kind of share this with people is because we want people to be confident and comfortable when they go somewhere to have a nice dinner. And sometimes, because we don't know what fork to use, we get a little nervous. So the more we learn and practice, the better.
Perfect. Well, we, of course, are going to be having tips here every Monday on our Table Talk with Dr. Barbara Baggerly-Hinojosa. So we want to thank her once again for joining us. Make sure you stay tuned so you can learn all about your manners. Coming up, it's getting closer and closer to 7 o'clock. That's when the UTRGV Vaqueros take the field for the first Media Day practice. We're live with Edinburgh and more in minutes.
Get your smile back to school ready at AC Villarreal Family Dental. We are here for all of your family dental's needs. We offer late appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and are in network with most dental insurances. Put your best smile forward this school year. Are you with Dr. V?
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
Dear Texas, we know how much you love brisket, so we gave you brisket queso, loaded waffle fries, and brisket jalapeno poppers. Brisket lovers, we got you. To Texas with love from HEB.
I just want to make good food for good people, but Washington Democrats are killing us.
Everything is more expensive. Eggs, beef, and even cilantro.
It costs me twice as much just to get to work.
And no one's doing anything about it.
It's outrageous.
We need leaders like Mayra Flores who will fight for us.
Places like this are the heart of our community, but DC politicians are crushing small businesses. I will fight for the Valley and bring down prices. Thank you. I'm Mayra Flores, and I approve this message.
If you're looking for a bank that puts you first, come to First Community Bank. For over 40 years here in the Valley, we've been treating our customers with first-class service on a first-name basis.
Experience the First Community Bank difference.
Make FCB your bank. Get your smile back to school ready at AC Villarreal Family Dental. We are here for all of your family dental's needs. We offer late appointments to accommodate your busy schedule and are in network with most dental insurances. Put your best smile forward this school year. Are you with Dr. V?
Good afternoon, I'm Dina Herrera-Garza, and here's what's making news at this hour. Two 13-year-olds are sitting in a juvenile detention center after their arrest by Elsa police. They're accused of making school threats over social media. Both will be charged with making a terroristic threat.
Dina, the big weather story today, of course, is Tropical Storm Francine out in the Gulf of Mexico. We have a tropical storm watch, a coastal flood advisory, a high surf advisory, a high risk of rip currents, and boy, that water is active out there. Let me show you where this is on radar, about 167 miles to the south-southeast of the valley and moving to the north right now, but we do believe it's going to sideswipe the valley and go up probably toward Louisiana over the next couple of days. For us, though, it means rainfall, especially at the coast, some wind, especially at the coast. Inland, it'll be a completely different story. This is where it is right now with 65-mile-per-hour winds. Again, we're under a tropical storm watch. If we watch where this goes, it gets very close to the coast before racing off to the northeast, probably as a hurricane when it's just offshore. So you got a hurricane 100 miles offshore, you're going to have some wind, you're going to have some rain, especially the closer you are to the coast. Here, your rain probability, if you take a look at it, I think there's a 100% chance of rain at the coast. It drops off as you go inland, though. For Starr County, only about a 20% chance of rain. Of course, at the coast, a lot of wind as well. A complete update coming up at 5.
And that's going to do it for us. Join us for 5, 6, and 10 for more news and weather.
You know, the rising cost of living, inflation, these are daily struggles for a lot of folks. That's why we've got to stay focused on creating high-paying local jobs in the Valley and the Coastal Bend, giving small businesses access to more capital and boosting wages by investing in training for a more skilled workforce. That's the job. Asking yourself, what can we do in any given situation to make it better? Then rolling up your sleeves and going to work for the people you represent.
Real Golden Chick, real people, real reactions to our Lucky 13 deal. Get 13 golden tenders and 4 fresh baked rolls for only $19.99.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Lucky 13, only $19.99.
This chicken beats it all.
This is Aaron Rodgers time, baby. Touchdown 49ers.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
I'm Colin Allred, and I approve this message.
Ted Cruz is always up to something, like taking Social Security we've paid into for decades.
We should gradually increase the retirement age.
Increase the retirement age, Ted?
We ought to gradually increase the retirement age.
Yep, he said it again. And it gets worse. Cruz said he'd privatize Medicare. And get this, voted to raise the cost of prescriptions. With Ted Cruz, we work longer, pay more, and get less. Listen, Ted, running to Cancun was bad, but you hurt us more when you're here.
Every good college football team needs a marching band and a battle song. And the UTRGV Vaqueros now have both of theirs. Our Elijah Noriega was able to go behind the scenes with the students. He joins us now with more, including the entire UTRGV battle song.
UTRGV is hitting a high note this fall as the university's marching band makes history by creating their very own fight song. And we get an exclusive look at the creation of the musical anthem that is set to ignite Vaquero pride like never before.
All right, let's do a little bit with that. How's the tempo in that? 1, 2, ready, go!
The idea for UTRGV Fight Song has been years in the making, but this semester, it's becoming a reality.
And you know, the only thing that was left was trombone, and without knowing it, my uncle was actually a trombone. So I had an instrument thanks to him, and throughout the years, I just began to love it more and more. So thanks to my uncle, and thanks to, I guess, my fellow teachers and professors.
The UTRGV Marching Band is bringing together their talent and school spirit to create a melody that will fire up crowds for generations to come.
With the fight song, this being its first of its kind, it's amazing that we finally have one. Regardless if we have lyrics or not to this fight song, I like the fact that 2 to 3 weeks ago, the band was just given music, we read it, and there you go, that was our fight song. And it's just amazing the fact that we're able to represent our school each day more and more, and just with this, you know, this whole production that's going on.
Like a lot of the schools in the Valley, music starts early on. So in my last week of 5th grade, I was initially a trumpet player, but then my director was like, you suck, go to the trombone. So I grabbed it and I played my first note. I remember it was a B flat on the staff, and I loved it ever since. So I've been doing that for 13 years now.
The process hasn't been easy. Composing a fight song that resonates with everyone in the UTRGV community is a challenge, but it's a challenge that these students have embraced wholeheartedly.
My main goal is to inspire the next generation. So what I mean by that is if we go perform halftime at a football game or play at a UIL pigskin that we have here, we don't need every student to say that's pretty cool. My job is complete if we have one student say, hey, that's pretty cool, I want to join that. So what I look forward most would inspiring the next generation of students.
Well, I was originally a band kid, but something about performing and dancing just spoke to my heart. So I wanted to try it out for 1 year, and I fell in love. It was amazing just performing and feeling feminine and putting on a uniform and saying something that other people can't say is really what intrigues me about Color Guard. We're the color of the show. We're the story of the show. It's very hard for the band kids to say what they can with their body, and that's our job. We say with our body and with our silks. There's no other way to say it. The fight song is what the university is, and now it's who I am as a student. This will be echoing through the rest of my college career.
From the first note to the final march, this fight song is not just music. It's a rallying cry and a testament to the spirit of UTRGV.
And the excitement doesn't end there. The band plans to debut the fight song at the next home game, where it's sure to be a UTRGV tradition. For Take 5, I'm Elida Reyna.
And speaking of vaqueros, this place is where a horse lover's dream can really come true. I got on the saddle at Duckin Stables in San Benito, where they offer horse riding classes that focus on the overall well-being of the horse. To those looking to have their first ride, or to those that are looking to give these beauties a little love, we found the place where you can do it all. This is Duckin Stables in San Benito. Hi. Wearing your heart on your sleeve can seem a little risky for some, especially when that sleeve is holding on to the reins of a nearly 1,000-pound animal. But for Pamela Garrett, the most important part of yourself to use when riding a horse at Duckin Stables in San Benito is your heart.
So the horse is a true reflection of an individual. So if you're very negative on yourself, your image, the horse is actually going to reflect that to you. So once you become calm and confident, then the horse can open up and you're able to do a lot more with the horse.
A horse boarding facility that first opened its doors in 2013, Duckin Stables has served as a space in the RGV that not only allows the general public to learn the reins of riding,
Straight, look where you're going, open up,
but also provides horsemanship lessons that can give a broader understanding of the animal.
So with the horsemanship lessons, we teach basic horsemanship skills, which is anything from cleaning stalls daily to feeding, to grooming them, to taking care of their feet. We start with the round pen, so they get a sense of how the horse works and is anything hurting the horse. And then from there, we teach them about all the horse tack, everything that goes on the horse, from the bridle to the saddle pad to the saddle. After that, then once they're comfortable with the horse, then they actually mount the horse.
The lessons and training are open to ages 5 and up and work at your own pace. Pamela says learning to ride not only means you get to pick up a new skill, but it also means that you learn how to be more confident in yourself.
It really has to do with the confidence level. So we really build on their confidence. We let them know we're not going to push them too far. We're not going to make them get on the horse. It's a lot about learning to self-regulate. It has a lot, we deal with a lot of clients that have anxiety, and some of them just want to come out and groom the horse. And that's where it's different. We do horsemanship, we don't just do horseback riding. So horsemanship embodies the whole aspect of learning about the horses and riding.
And for those out there that might be a little hesitant about their first time, Pam wants to ensure you that her and her staff are willing to show you the ropes whenever you are ready.
So if you're scared to ride a horse, don't worry. We don't make you get on the horse. If you just want to come out for a few sessions, get to know the horse, love on them, that's totally fine and it's acceptable. We just want people to come out and enjoy what we enjoy daily.
At Duckin Stables, I was also introduced to A Stable Learning, a project by Pam and her team that helps children with disabilities. I'm working on that story and we'll have it later on Take 5. Now, she's been on Channel 5 News for years, but who exactly is Dina Herrera-Garza? Get to know the woman behind the news desk next.
Stay connected with our community with the KRGV News app.
From breaking news to updates on what's happening in your neighborhood, get the pulse of the RGV with a tap on your phone.
We've made it easy to keep you connected with our community.
Download the KRGV News app for free right now.
The KRGV News app, keeping you in the know always.
The KRGV News app is supported by Davis Law Firm.
In a world filled with diverse voices, tune into something truly inclusive.
Con un día parcialmente nublado.
Local news and segments with an in-depth focus on our community in a language you prefer. Plus, the largest and most experienced news and weather team in the RGV.
Esperamos temperaturas en los bajos 80s.
Stay informed and connected to your community. La Voz del Valle. Watch Noticias RGV at 7, noon, 5, and 10.
Okay, KJ, it's football season. Are you ready? Time to test.
Ready.
First question. Which team is Wesco East?
Is it the one with the E?
Correct.
Yes. All right, which one's Coach Gomez?
Is that a trick question? Both?
Yeah.
Name the rivalry.
The Snake Skin Classic?
Girls, he's ready.
We are ready.
First and Goal is supported by Safeguard Insurance.
Many of Channel 5 News viewers have been watching her for years, so the name Dina Herrera-Garza may sound familiar to you, but how many of you can say you actually know her? Well, she's here today. Dina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here on your debut. This is awesome.
Well, we're excited because we have a treat for our viewers. We're going to be learning 5 facts about you. Is that right?
5 facts, yes.
Okay, here we go. Well, let's get started with our first fact, Dina. What is it?
First fact. I am one of 5 kids in my family, and I'm also the social coordinator of my family. So that means I like to get everyone together, not just in my immediate family, but also my tias and my primas. We get together and we'll have breakfast like every 6 weeks, and we just like to connect. You know, we're all living such busy lives, so it's nice to connect, catch up. The cheeseman isn't bad either. I like that part.
We love a little cheeseman. Yes, of course. Well, Dina, what is that second fact? I know that, so our first one is you are the social coordinator
of my family.
What is our second?
Okay, I am a walker. Oh. So every day I walk, I make sure that I'm hitting my 10,000 steps. I'm sure you see me with my smartwatch all the time. So throughout the day, I'm counting my steps, making sure. And sometimes, you know, I'm just so tired at the end of the day. If I do not hit those 10,000 steps, I'll just get up. Even if it's 10:30 at night, I'll walk around in my house, up and down the driveway, and make sure I hit those 10,000 steps. And the reason I do that, fact number 3, is because I love to eat.
Okay, here we go.
My favorite meal of the day is breakfast. I do not skip out on it. Every single day I have to have breakfast. And on the weekends, I have brunch because I get to sleep in, and I love it all, folks. I love chorizo and egg, papas. I also love my favorite banana nut pancakes, so it's just, I just love it.
I love that. Well, yeah, and you know, I think it's incredible, that dedication, 10,000 steps a day, and of course, who doesn't love breakfast? Okay, Dina, we've got 2 more to go, so what is your 4th fact?
So I am a huge sports fan, okay? I love everything, tennis, baseball, basketball, but my favorite sport is football.
Nice.
Okay, so I am a proud Edinburgh High Bobcat. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. Yeah, they won yesterday. Big win yesterday.
That is true. And I've seen you here, Dina. You do sports your Dallas Cowboy gear.
Yes, I do.
When they have games, so I can attest to that. Yes.
And now I root for the UT Longhorns. Okay, because both of my kids are attending the University of Texas at Austin. So we proudly wear the burnt orange, hook 'em. And another fact, bonus fact, that's also where all my money goes now, too.
Well, yeah, going to good use, right?
Yes, it is definitely an investment.
And what is that 5th fact, Dina, to wrap us up?
Well, I love to travel. And thanks to my husband, Neil, you know, he loves national parks. So we have actually visited the 10 most popular national parks around the country.
Wow.
We've been to Glacier, Zion, Grand Canyon, Acadia. My all-time favorite is Yellowstone National Park. You're looking at it right now. That is the original national park established in the country. It is beautiful. You see amazing waterfalls. You see incredible mountains, canyons, thermal activity, and the wildlife. It is incredible. I have seen a grizzly bear, folks.
Oh my God, not close,
Not
I
up close.
hope.
Look,
Okay.
from afar, there's a picture.
Oh
Yes, that's
my
what they call
gosh.
a young grizzly bear. And let me tell you, they are fast and scary.
Amazing. Yeah, I would definitely be scared. I gotta ask, so when you go visit these places, do you like to take a hike? Do you walk?
Absolutely, and they are not easy. I have to like walk even more, get ready for my walks.
Yes. Well, Dina, I feel like I know you better already. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your 5
Thanks
facts
for
with
having
us.
me. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. Well, we've got all eyes on Channel 5 this evening. If you're looking for something that you can watch, it is the first Monday night football game of the season. Rodgers and the Jets take on Purdy and the 49ers. The game starts at 7 right here on Channel 5. Or maybe you're looking to get out of the house tonight. Here are some events that are happening across the valley. If you're out at the island, bring out your stretchy pants. It's Nacho Libre Monday at Port Isabel. You can enjoy some nachos over at Hopper House Bar and Grill. It's happening right now until 9 p.m. And of course, the Vaqueros' first full team practice is happening today at the Richard R. Flores Stadium in Edinburgh. Come and support the Vaqueros at 7 p.m. We want to thank you so much for being here for our first Take 5 weekday show. We'll be back here again tomorrow when we'll meet our first ever Teacher Tuesday. We'll see you then. Channel 5 News at 5 starts right after this break.
If you needed heart surgery, would you choose the surgeon who can't even carve a turkey? Of course not. Or were you to select the next astronaut